everybody, this is Tim from Mainly Muscle Cars along with cameraman Ken. I don't know if you have a finger popping out there, but there we go, actual sighting. Anyhow, today we're trapped inside due to a snowstorm, and as much fun as it would probably be to be out screwing around in these, we're going to hang out inside today. Anyway, we just wanted to tell you about this 70 Mustang Fastback, a really cool car. This one sits in that spot where all the money has been spent on the drivetrain. Just really cool car, really well set up, tastefully done. You know, if you want a pro touring car, and this is one of those cars that you can drive every day and enjoy it, this is it. You know, paint job wise, it's an amateur paint job. You know, you could drive it daily. I think it really needs to be repainted. The body and the car deserve it, and the amount of money in the drivetrain paint would definitely bring it up probably full 2 levels. But to start with, 70 Mustang Fastback, original 302 car, so it does carry the 302 VIN, so it's a good V8 setup. So that's legal both in Europe, so you can drive them there as well as Australia. So that's kind of the stock basis of the car. Underneath the hood, 351 Cleveland base setup. Now this is a 408 cubic inch stroker that has been really well built. It's got aftermarket rods, it's got a steel crank, forged pistons. Above that it has CNC ported trick flow heads, RPM air gap. So you've got roller camshaft. You have everything you need for 500 plus horsepower. Right. Now that 408 is backed up by a Lentec Street Terminator, and what the Lentec is a Ford overdrive automatic transmission, and they change all your internals, reprogram the transmission so it will easily handle that 500 horsepower reliably, religiously. Beat the crap out of it or just drive it daily, it'll be perfectly at home. And what that does is you've got just 1, 2, 3 like a standard automatic, and there's a button you can lock in or lock out the overdrive, because you still can't do a full throttle overdrive application with that type of horsepower. So it's a really handy feature because I personally have blown up an AOD by going full throttle third into overdrive, and it was neither cool nor cheap. So really neat function to have. But so behind that transmission is an aluminum drive shaft, which is really nice. All the late model cars use aluminum. A lot lighter, so there's less weight to spin, so that's a good advantage power wise, but also they transmit less vibration, so it's a quieter drive shaft. 9-inch posi in the back, so it's a heavy duty unit, so you don't have to worry about hurting that. So you've got pretty much drivetrain's done for you. And all the drivetrain, basically all the power and the cool options are for naught if you can't steer or it's just not any fun to drive. A lot of people haven't heard of it, kind of in the layman's market, but RRS is a really nice company. They're based out of Australia. They're a rack and pinion system that's integrated into that. But what it does, it's a coilover setup, and it really modernizes your suspension. And one of the options that comes with this RRS kit is it uses a shock tower elimination kit. It doesn't quite eliminate your whole shock tower, but what it does is it trims enough out and that you can actually run a mod motor if you want. With a Cleveland in this one, you can change spark plug wires, headers, do whatever you want. So really nice option there. Rack in this one is a Randall's rack, very nice rack to have, one of the higher end racks. So that is cool. Underneath the hood too, if you're looking, you see that it has the upgraded power steering pump, so it's more of a modern pump. It doesn't have the typical old pump that you'll get some whining and issues with. Just, you can kind of keep going option. We could talk about this thing for hours, and I'm sure your eyes are starting to glaze over already. But what I wanted to do is just kind of show you some different stuff on this car, let you know why this car is different than the other cars out there. Take a good look at that ad. We tried to give you good bullet points of everything it has. We did do a driving video the other day. We weren't super happy with it, but Ken's making the most of it. But anyway, this car is super cool car. And it really is, more than just a standard fastback with all the different options. So really take a look at the pictures, take a look at the bullet points, and if you do that, you're really going to see the difference between this car and most of the other cars out there. All right, just a few quick things we'll point out underneath the hood. You've got this cowl induction unit that basically pulls cold air out of the cowl. This is the same system you see on all the NASCARs. What they do is you've got no hood scoop, but you actually have a super high pressure right in front of that windshield. And so what this does is it actually has a duct that goes to the factory cowling on the car. You know, and cowl induction is made famous by, you know, Camaro and Chevelle did that. Mustang did a brief stint back in '79, but really cool setup, very efficient. Also, you can kind of take a look in here. You can see the shock tower, you know, the narrowing of it here, so we have a lot more room. Normally, Cleveland's are known for being a very wide engine. Right here, you've got plenty of room. Mod motor is supposed to fit in there as well. I haven't taken dimensions, but according to RRS, this is their conversion for that. Right here also, this is where you adjust the front struts, so you can adjust the firmness of your ride. So, you know, this car here, you can adjust the firmness, you know, to your liking. Also underneath here, you can see the modern power steering pump there. You know, that pays out a lot of dividends. Not only is this a lot lighter than the Ford unit, it's, you know, it's a brand new unit. It's going to be a lot more reliable, a lot better technology. Also, you can probably just see the top of this alternator, a very high output alternator, which this car does require. You know, just because you're going to be running, you know, it's got power windows and power locks, and it has an alarm. So it's always better just to have a bit more juice, especially in this car, which I would think that whoever buys it is probably going to put air conditioning on it. Which actually brings me to a new deal. We actually have this huge radiator here. It's probably one of the biggest radiators I have seen in a Mustang. Very, very big radiator. It's got a standard fan as well as an auxiliary electric fan. So, I mean, you could run through hell on a hot day and I think you'd still be fine. But just a few things to point out on there. So we figured we'd show you that. And again, thank you very much, guys. Okay, so taking the little Mustang out for a drive. You know, again, Ken's always good about getting the photos for you guys. But a lot of stuff has been done. Basically, this car kind of boils down to really making your decision about what color you want. You know, right now the body's in good shape, drivetrain's great. Now, inside, let's see here, the interior. It's got a new dash pad on it. It has some comfortable Recaro style front seats. They feel good. They've been set down a little bit lower too, so I know some taller drivers have a hard time fitting in the Mustangs. These ones are set down roughly about an inch over the factory seats. So nice and comfortable. You've got a good sitting position. They come back a little bit farther also, but you know, I'm 5'8", I fit here fine, good comfortable drive. But driving this thing drives awesome. I can't say enough good about the RRS, and if you don't believe me, take a look online. A lot of people with a lot of good stuff to say about this. But right now we're driving. It is high 20s right now. The heater works nice. We're both comfortable inside. It's quiet also. This car was Dynamated front to back, so it really is set up for a good daily driver. But inside, I mean, we got nice carpet, nice door panels, good headliner. Car seems to be really dialed. You know, driving, car, you know, not touching the wheel. Even at 60 and 70, the car tracks really nice. We sent this one out, had it aligned. It's basically set up, you know, for spirited driving.